Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RWE Infinity season premiere press conference. Of course, my name, as always, is RC Daniels, here along with Jay Billington. We are here from the RWE Training Center in Atlanta, the home of WrestleMania 25 Endgame, which will be coming later this season. Now, we're not going to waste any of your time. We're going to immediately get to the action. Of course, we'll have a few guests, including one of the challengers for the Women's Evolution Championship, Tiffany Antoinette. Of course, she couldn't make it here live, so she has a little message for her opponent, Lily Jones, ahead of tomorrow. But we'll get into that a little later. But the first thing I want to talk about.
My bad. I'm just excited.
Oh yeah. We're finally back. Of course, we're all excited, but I do want to get into, of course, the main event first. Two men that have a little bit of history, and of course, we have the man that dethroned Elijah Morgan in his 403-day RWE Championship reign back in 2021. We have Eric Cassidy against Elijah Morgan in our main event. It's the grudge match. It is their third one-on-one match here in RWE, and Eric Cassidy has pinned Elijah Morgan 3 times. Elijah Morgan has never beaten Eric Cassidy. Of course, Elijah Morgan is on the path back to that RWE Championship that he feels like he should have never lost. But of course, the first thing he wants to do is, get that little devil off his shoulder, get that chip off his shoulder with Eric Cassidy, and finally beating him. So, what do we think is going to go on here in this main event? Because I think the pressure is on for Elijah Morgan, especially if he wants to get back in that world title scene.
To be completely buck with you, RC, I honestly understand what Morgan is thinking and saying right now, but let's be real, nobody thinks that they should have lost the title any type of way. Not everybody wants to lose a championship. Once you get it, it's like your child, basically. You never want to lose it, but it's something to lose the championship and then get it right back, because of course now you know what it feels like to lose a championship. Now you know what not to do, what to do, what routes to go, what routes not to go. So if Elijah Morgan can somehow climb that mountain all the way back up to the top and get that championship again, well then, what could go wrong? He knows exactly what it's like to lose, so he should be, maybe the title run will be even longer than last time.
And we said the pressure is on because Elijah Morgan might be running out of time. Of course, we have a lot of new competitors, a lot of competitors. Elijah Morgan, he's one of those pillars. He's one of those guys that are kind of aging. So we don't know how much time he has left. Of course, he's not that old, but we got a lot of younger and newer talent. They're more fresh, obviously. So it could be harder than it was before to get back to the top, and that's what I'm really excited for, because it's just two guys that are hungry. Of course, back at Ground Zero, it was last June where Eric Cassidy was fighting to get his RWE Championship back that he was never pinned for against KJ, and it was Elijah Morgan, out of bitterness and jealousy, costing him that match. So Eric Cassidy is just as hungry, he's just as pissed off, and he wants the World Heavyweight Championship just as bad. Now, obviously, we've known Elijah Morgan for a long time, and in this business, there's nobody, and I mean nobody, more petty. But honestly, in this company, in this industry, there might be nobody better than Elijah Morgan. He's already proven that he's perhaps the greatest RWE champion and RWE superstar of all time. And that kind of goes without saying. The guy held the title for 403 days. He did the unthinkable, did something that nobody else has done in this company. Not even another one of the greats, Jordy Pulverman or AJ Adams, who we haven't heard from since last December. So, Elijah Morgan, his resume speaks for itself. Like, if he were to retire today, he'll be a bona fide RWE Hall of Famer. That's for sure. Nobody can take that away from him. Just like some of the other guys that we're going to get into later. But
right under him would be Eric Cassidy, the man that dethroned all the achievements you just named. You have to wonder if Elijah Morgan is just that good as well and gets all the accolades and all the celebration. Should Eric Cassidy be getting the same, spotlight as well? He's the one who dethroned the man.
I mean, yeah, I can't really argue with that. And I mean, I'm giving a lot of credit to Elijah Morgan, but you have to give just as much credit to Eric Cassidy. This is a
Just
guy
as
who's
much.
only been in this company for about 4 years now, and I guess that sounds like a long time now. But I mean,
Really not.
it really only took him a short amount of time to really do everything that there was to do in this company. Eric
A lot of
Cassidy,
people who's been here longer, it's taken years to even get a tag title.
yeah, I mean, he's won damn near every title there is to win. Former international champion, former RWE champion. Eric Cassidy, I mean, obviously, he's just, he's unbelievable. And I mean, there's that question lingering. I'm sure Elijah Morgan's asking himself this as well. Is Eric Cassidy really better than Elijah Morgan? Or is it just one of those things where, everybody in the wrestling industry has that one guy that they've had their troubles with. That one guy that, on their conscience, they haven't been able to beat. And Eric Cassidy just might be that one guy for Elijah Morgan. But, I mean, obviously we'll find that out tomorrow. And that's something I cannot wait for tomorrow's main event of the RWE Infinity season premiere. Obviously, last December on the main event season premiere, Eric Cassidy was able to get the better of Elijah Morgan, as well as SummerSlam and also Survivor Series back in 2020. So the next match, well, it's not really a match. Obviously, Jay, this is always my favorite part of the show. We will hear from Commissioner Ryan Legacy, of course. We hear from him every season premiere. Hear from him damn near every week, but it is a really delightful experience every time. I assume he says he has the big announcement, right?
No clue.
But
He says that every week.
that
He's
is
like
not
that
true.
other guy over on TBS.
Don't ever compare him to that crackhead ever again. But anyway, yeah, Ryan Legacy, probably the best boss there is in college, let's be real. But anyway,
Most innovative even.
I'd say that he truly is a very creative yet
What the
evil mind. But yeah, of course, Legacy, probably just gonna come out here to boast about his win against AJ Adams back in December. Again, we haven't
You'd be
heard
surprised,
from.
but let's not forget about who helped him get that win. Come on. Do the
I
right thing.
I do think that was one of the biggest questions surrounding the season premiere is will we hear from that was actually AJ Adams' son in Cass Hunter that we saw. So will we see an appearance from Cass Hunter maybe, or will he explain why he cost his father the match? His father AJ Adams the match last December, and we hadn't heard from AJ Adams since. Now, for those of you that didn't see it, or those of you that weren't around during the time, we'll do a little recap. Of course, Ryan Legacy and AJ Adams have a rivalry going back years, and they can ever since about 2019. AJ Adams, they've been in Hell in Cell matches. AJ's threw Legacy off at cells. They've had their battles, and Legacy finally got the better of AJ
had the
Adams in
best of them,
December.
hands down.
Legacy finally was able to beat him in December thanks to
help.
Cass Hunter. I have you heard from AJ in the past 5 months or so?
Not at all.
Yeah, he hasn't been seen, heard from,
Damn.
and maybe he went back into a show where he came from before he interrupted Legacy back on
Oh yeah.
the Recharge season premiere, back last June. Obviously, before that we hadn't heard from him. We thought the guy was dead, and now he disappears again.
We thought he was dead. For sure.
And this is why Cass doesn't like him, because he's a deadbeat. He was never there for Cass.
Literally, he was dead.
So I think he fakes his death, but I mean, I don't know. There's no telling what can happen with that. I think that's gonna be one of the more interesting parts of the show, and I have gotten a little intel here that will actually be kicking off the show. So
Wow, of course it would be.
what's the problem with that?
Nothing at all.
But moving on here, we also have Zarian Blade Jr. in KCR, two debuting guys here in RWE. That match will actually be for the International Championship. Two very, very, very athletic guys. Two guys that are very good in the ring. Zarian Blade Jr., from what I've seen, is a cardio machine. He
You
can
look behind us; they're actually training right now.
Yeah, we're not gonna show the ring because obviously that's don't worry about that. But yeah, Zarian Blade Jr. I'm it's very hard to pick one or who I think is gonna come out on top between these two because that's how good these two are, and I'm excited for everybody to see that tomorrow when these two go 1-on-1. KCR, another guy coming into the company that's new. Can't really say too much. I don't want to spoil anything from the tapings, of course. But even though we're supposed to be pretending this is live, but yeah, two guys that I'm really excited about to see their future here in RWE. Especially a guy like Zarian Blade Jr. I think from what I've seen from him, he's really impressed me. But yeah, International Championship, of course, one of the most prestigious titles here in RWE. Held by guys the likes of Eric Cassidy and Caleb Barnes. So I think the winner of this matchup ideally will want to follow in the footsteps of those two who had great careers here in RWE. Yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Evolution Championship between Lily Jones and Tiffany Antoinette. Of course, those two look to make history and become the first ever RWE Evolution Champion. And we actually heard from Tiffany Antoinette. So we're gonna play this package for you. And of course, she wasn't actually able to make it tonight because of her schedule. But she will be here live in the flesh tomorrow in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Center for the RWE Infinity season premiere. And she will take on Lily Jones for the Evolution Championship.
Hi everyone, it's me, the star of the show. And unfortunately, due to me being the A-list celebrity that I am, and having a busy schedule, I couldn't make it. So I just wanted to share some words of wisdom to my dear friend Lily and the viewers. And that is, you will never be better than me. So, don't even think that you have a chance at beating me for that title. Because I'm gonna drag you all over that ring by your cheap extensions and send you packing to my plastic surgeon so he can take a few pounds off of you, bitch.
So Tiffany Antoinette with a clear and evident message to her opponent tomorrow in Lily Jones. Keeping it classy as always, I think Tiffany Antoinette's gonna be one of my favorites here. That was a very deliberate message, and I'm excited to see the outcome of tomorrow's match between Tiffany and Lily. Obviously, two women making history, of course. Looking to follow along the likes of probably one of the greatest women's wrestler in this company, and Heather Ray. But we never actually had an Evolution champion before. Last season it was a Legacy Championship, and there was a lot of drama surrounding that we won't get into. But yeah, again, another opportunity to look.
Sorry,
right.
fan.
Beach balls.
Beach balls, man.
Yeah, so opportunity to make history. I'm really excited to see two women with probably a chip on their shoulder regarding that go at it tomorrow. But last but not least, the Superior Legend KJ takes on AJ Andrews for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's the interesting part. KJ has won the world title twice. Wasn't pinned or submitted to lose the title because the first time he won it was back in the summer of 2022, and of course the season ended. He was still champion, so he got that match against Eric Cassidy the following season at Ground Zero last summer against Eric Cassidy, which we brought earlier, that Elijah Morgan cost Eric Cassidy that match, allowing KJ to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And in fact, he was actually attacked and taken out of action, which he never lost the title that time. So he gets another championship opportunity this time for the World Heavyweight Championship against a man who's also a former World Heavyweight Champion. And WrestleMania main eventer and Royal Rumble winner in AJ Andrews. Of course, AJ Andrews became a two-time tag team champion with his best friend Henry Storm. And of course, AJ is looking to win singles gold once again, and one of the most prestigious titles here in RWE and the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think if we're talking about chips on shoulders, I think AJ has got to be the guy that we talk about, because again, had that success in 2021, had a lot of success in 2021, and of course hasn't been the hottest ever since then. Of course, he did win the tag titles after that last summer, but I mean, singles wrestling, he's got to get back on track, and he knows that. And what better way to win the World Heavyweight Championship? AJ is obviously one of the guys in this company, in this industry, that I've had a lot of respect for since he came to RWE. Have a lot of respect for him and how he handles his business, of course. And I just have a lot of respect for the wrestler, of course. He's very talented, very skilled, and probably one of the best we have in this company. And he has another opportunity to show that, and I'm really excited about it. But Spirit Legend KJ, cocky as ever, another chance to get back to his world championship that he never lost, and he's never really lost a singles match. I believe he's 4-0 in this company. 3 of those, or 2 of those.
Reminds you of somebody, doesn't it? Getting flashbacks.
Anyway, 2 of those were world championship matches. Just one was
fan sneeze.
nonetheless.
Bless you.
That is the game.
Yeah. Allergies, man. It's that season. Summer.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously, a lot of exciting stuff here to come on the season premiere.
Believe it or not. Bless you. My bad, man. These fans, man, I don't know. They need a tissue or something.
Interesting. Now, folks, did you really think we'll wrap this up and take this home without me? Wait. Now, folks, did you really think we'll wrap this up and take this home without me making an appearance here in Atlanta? Now, of course, before we get into tomorrow, I always like to say, make sure you guys tune in to the season premiere. Of course, going live right here on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern. But I have one announcement, one little spoiler. And that spoiler is that we will crown an RWE champion tomorrow. AJ and whoever can go fight for the World Heavyweight Championship, but who I want to be the face of this industry, who's going to be the future of this industry, who's going to fit the bill for my vision for this company, you have to wait and find that out tomorrow. However, folks, that does it for the RWE Infinity season premiere press conference. We'll see you all tomorrow right here on the RWE YouTube channel.